The Prince and the Blind Girl. Once upon a time, in the kingdom of Songhai, there lived a young prince named Diallo. He was the son of King Mulumba and Queen Ayen, and he was known throughout the kingdom for his bravery, kindness, and charm. Mulumba was loved by all who knew him, but despite his popularity, he often felt lonely and misunderstood. One day, while exploring the kingdom's bustling marketplace, Prince Diallo heard a beautiful melody floating through the air. Intrigued, he followed the sound until he came upon a blind girl sitting on the steps of the town square, playing a delicate tune on a silver flute. Her name was Salma, and she was the daughter of a humble baker who had passed away when she was just a child. People would say that her birth gave her father so much joy and fulfillment he had to name her Salma, which means peace when translated. Mesmerized by her music, Diallo approached Salma and struck up a conversation with her. He found her to be intelligent and full of a quiet strength that he had never encountered before. The more time he spent with her, the more he felt drawn to her gentle spirit and unwavering optimism in the face of her disability, especially considering that the disabled were stigmatized against, and even if not, they naturally felt so much less than the other people. As the days turned into weeks, Diallo and Salma became inseparable. He would visit her every day in the town square, bringing her flowers, telling her stories, listening to her play her flute. Salma in turn would tell him about the world around her, describing the colors of the sunrise and the feeling of the wind caressing on her skin. Despite their differences in social status, Prince Diallo and Salma fell deeply in love. They shared their hopes, dreams, and fears with each other, forming a bond that transcended words and appearances. Diallo knew that he wanted to spend the rest of his life with Salma, and he was determined to make her his princess, regardless of the obstacle that stood in their way. However, not everyone in the kingdom was supportive of their relationship. Some of the courtiers and nobles looked down upon Salma because of her blindness and humble background, believing that she was unworthy of a prince's love, being an unassuming young lady. They whispered behind the couple's back, spreading lies and rumors designed to tarnish their image and also tear them apart. Despite the harsh words and disapproving glances, Prince Diallo remained steadfast in his love for Salma. He refused to let anyone come between them, knowing that their connection was something rare and precious. He vowed to protect her from the cruelty of the world and to prove to anyone that their love was genuine and pure. One day, a wicked sorcerer named Ndeye arrived at the palace seeking to sow discord and chaos in the kingdom. She had heard of the prince's love for the blind girl and saw an opportunity to exploit it for her own selfish purposes. Using dark magic, Ndeye cast a curse upon Salma, causing her to lose her sense of hearing as well as her sight. Now she could neither see nor hear. Devastated by the sudden loss of her remaining communication sense, Salma withdrew into herself, unable to cope with the overwhelming darkness that surrounded her. Prince Diallo was heartbroken by her suffering and vowed to do whatever it took to break the curse and restore her senses. Driven by love and determination, Prince Diallo set out a quest to find a way to undo Ndiye's curse. He traveled far and wide, seeking the advice of wise sorcerers, powerful wizards, and ancient beings who dwelled in the deepest corner of the kingdom. With each step he took, he grew more determined to save Salma and prove the strength of their bond. After months of searching and battling formidable foes, Prince Diallo finally found the key to breaking the curse. He discovered that the only way to restore Salma's senses was to journey to the top of the tallest mountain in the kingdom and retrieve a rare flower that was bloomed only once every 100 years. The petals of this magical flower possessed the power to heal any ailment, no matter how dear. With renewed hope and a fierce determination, Prince Diallo set out on the treacherous journey to the mountain top. He faced countless challenges along the way, from fierce beasts to deadly traps set by Ndeye to deter him from his task. But he pressed on, fueled by his love for Sama and the belief that their love was stronger than any cause or obstacle. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Prince Diallo reached the summit of the mountain and found the rare flower he had been seeking. With trembling hands, he plucked the petals from the stem and cradled them in his palms, feeling the warmth of their magical seeping into his skin. Racing against time, Prince Diallo made his way back to the kingdom, his heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and fear. He knew that Salma's fate rested in his hands, and he was determined to do whatever it took to save her from the darkness that threatened to consume her. When he returned to the palace, he found Salma sitting alone in the garden. She did not react to his presence, her face a mask of sorrow and resignation. Prince Diallo knelt before her, his eyes shining with tears, and gently placed the petals of the magical flower in her hands. "Salma," he whispered, his voice filled with emotions. "These petals have the power to restore your senses. Please take them and let their magic heal you." Salma's eyes widened in surprise as she felt the warm glow of the magic flower spreading through her body. Slowly, her sight and hearing returned to her, filling her with a sense of wonder and awe. She looked up at Prince Diallo, her gaze filled with love and gratitude, and whispered, "You saved me, my prince. You saved me from the darkness." Overwhelmed with joy and relief, Prince Diallo took Salma in his arms and held her close, feeling her heart beat against his chest and the warmth of her breath against his skin. In that moment, surrounded by the beauty of the palace garden and the gentle breeze rustling the leaves, they knew that their love had triumphed over all obstacles and they were destined to be together forever. The people of Songhai rejoiced at the news of Salma's healing, celebrating the prince's victory over Ndeye and the restoration of the blind girl's senses. They hailed Diallo and Salma as heroes, their love story becoming a legend that would be told for generations to come. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Prince Diallo and Princess Salma ruled the kingdom of Songhai with wisdom and compassion and a deep bond that could never be broken. They showed their subjects that true love knows no boundaries and that it has the power to overcome even the darkest of curses. So, in the kingdom of Songhai, the prince who fell in love with a blind girl became a symbol of hope, resilience, and the enduring power of love to conquer all. And they lived happily for the rest of their lives, their love shining brighter than any star in the night sky, lightening the way for all who believed in the magic of true love. Thank you for viewing our video. Please subscribe to our channel for more interesting stories.